Hello guys, so today we're going to study 5.4 system of nonlinear equation in two variables. Example 1, we have to solve this by substitution method. We'll call this the first equation, and this is my second equation. Okay, if you look at the first equation, that's quadratic equation. The second one is a linear equation. The easiest way is we're going to rewrite this equation 2 as y equals something. So we're going to rewrite this. I'm going to write it down like 3x minus y equals 9. I can just add y both sides, and that will be 3x equal to 9 plus y, and then I can subtract 9 both sides, then we're going to get y equal to 3x minus 9. So I'm going to call this as equation 3. So now we're going to bring this equation 3 to equation 1 or do a substitution. So which we're going to substitute this. Okay, this whole thing we're going to substitute with your y. Okay, that means we're going to write this as x squared equal to 2 times 3x minus 9. We did the substitution, so we're going to plus 10. Okay, so once we have this, we'll do a distribution. So that will be x squared equal to 6x minus 18 plus 10. And then that will be x squared equals to 6x minus 8. So we're going to turn this to quadratic equation. That will be x squared. We'll subtract 6x plus 8 equals 0. Okay? I'm just thinking about moving this to the left side. Positive become negative. Or you can do step by step. Minus 6x both sides and plus 8 both sides. And then we can solve this by any method. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and factor it. So I'm going to solve it by factoring. So I know it's 2 and 4 because we're going to have negative 2 multiplied negative 4 gave you a positive 8, and then we add negative 2 plus negative 4, you're going to get negative 6. So we're going to simplify this. We're going to solve it. So that will be x minus 2 equals 0. That will be x equals 2. And then we also have this going to be x equal to 4. So once we have this, because we got to also find y as well. So now I'm going to have x equals 2. I'm going to sub this into the equation 3. Okay, because that will give me what is y. Okay, equation 3 is right here, guys. Equation 3 is right there. That will be y equal to 3 times our 2 is right here. So our 2, going to substitute this in here. So that will be 3 times 2 minus 9. So we simplify this to give you negative 3. Because 6 minus 9 is negative 3. And then we'll also do the same thing. We'll sub x equals 4 into right here. That will be y equal to 3 times 4 minus 9. So this is going to give us y equals to 12 minus 9. That will be 3. So we're going to write the solution. So our solution is we're going to have a pair, right? So we have x right there too. And then we find our y is negative 3. So let's use order pair. So this was my x and this is my y. Okay? And then we have another pair is we're going to have 4 and 3. So that is my solution for this example. So for this type of question, you can always check your answer. So maybe out right here. All right, we're going to check 2 and negative 3 is a solution. So I'm going to bring this x to the original equation. That will be 2 squared equal to 2 times negative 3 and plus 10. Okay, all I'm doing is check this if it's satisfied equation 1 or not. Okay, so then we're going to look, is the left side and the right side the same? This is going to give you 4. This side is negative 6 plus 10. That give you 4 as well. So you got this correctly. So of course you can also check the second equation. That will be 3 times x. Our x is 2 minus y, which is negative 3. Is it equal to give you 9? So we're checking this is the equation 2. Okay, or did a substitution. So this is going to be 6 plus 3. Okay, then I realize it is correct as well. So you do the same thing to check another set. Before we move on to the next example, let's just give you guys the graph. Because we know the first is a quadratic function. The second is a linear. So let's look at this graph. So this is the equation 1. The blue one is equation 2. That's a linear equation. And then if you look, if you did it correctly, your intercept is just your solution. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next question. Example 2, solving a nonlinear system again. So we have the first equation is x minus y equals 3. And then second equation is x minus 2 and then squared and then plus y plus 3 squared equals 4. So in this question, we got to make sure to read the question again. This is talking about substitution. So we're going to use the substitution method again. So this is my first equation. And then I call this is the second equation, okay? So I can rewrite this as the first equation as x equal to, with plus y both sides, we're going to have 3 plus y. Now once we have this, we can bring this to replace your x, okay? So replace your x by using this number. So now we're going to write as 3 plus y minus 2, there's a whole thing squared, and plus y plus 3, and then squared equals 4. So there's going to be 3 minus 2 is just going to be positive 1. I can write this as y plus 1, then squared, plus y plus 3 squared equals 4. And the next step, we're just going to use the formula a plus b squared equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So which means in this case, we're going to have y squared plus 2y plus 1. Again, you can do a full method. That's fine too, okay? And then we're going to plus the second part. That will be y squared plus 6y plus 9 equals 4. So then we're going to have a 2y squared, and then we'll have 2y plus 6y, that is give you 8y, okay, those two. So we collect terms, then we have a 1 plus 9, that is a 10, and then we equal to 4. So now we can rewrite this as 2y squared plus 8y, and then subtract for both sides, you're going to get plus 6 equals 0. So we're going to solve this quadratic equation just to make our life easier. Okay, so we're going to divide by 2 every single term. So we're going to have y squared plus 4y plus 3 equals 0. We're just going to factor it. That will be y plus 3, y plus 1 equals 0. Then we're going to have y equal to negative 3 or y equal to negative 1. Once we have this, we'll do a substitution. So we're going to bring this back to the, let's call this equation 3. Okay, so we're going to sub this into the equation 3. And then we're going to write this as x equal to 3 plus negative 3, which is 0. And then we also do the same thing for here, that x equal to 3 plus negative 1, so x equal to 2. So our solution is, remember, we're going to write the order for x and y order. So that will be 0. If you don't know which one I'm doing, 0, and then this is y. This is 0, negative 3. And also we have another pair is 2 and then negative 1. So that is our solution. So again, we are going to take a look at the graph really quick. So x minus y equals 3, that is just a linear equation. It's just straight line. Then the second one, you had to look, that is actually a circle. So we learned this before, that is the form x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equal to r squared. That is the circle formula. Alright guys, let's take a look at this. We said we have a straight line, then we have a circle. So if you look at the intersection, that's exactly what we have found. Alright, that is our graph on the right hand side. If you match the solution, that is just two graphs that intersect each other. Example 3, we have solving the system by using addition method. So we're going to have equation 1 and equation 2. For equation 1, if you look right here, okay, so the idea is you want to get rid of one variable. So for equation 1, we're just going to say there's no change. We're not going to change anything because we know if I can just multiply equation 2 by negative 1, and then I'm going to add equation 1, I'm going to get rid of y. Okay, this is going to be multiplied negative 1. So then we're going to have 4x squared plus y squared equal to 13. We didn't change anything. For the second equation, we're going to have negative x squared because we're multiplied by negative 1. And that will be minus y squared and then equal to negative 10. So that's my equation 3. Okay, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Then once we have this, so now we're going to add them together. So we're going to have 3x squared then equal to 3, which means we're going to have x squared equal to 1. Then we're going to take square root of both sides. Don't forget positive negative. That will be x equal to positive negative 1. So once we have this, I'm going to rewrite this right here. X equals to positive 1. We also have x equal negative 1. Let's look at both cases, okay? Let's go ahead and plug this inside your second equation. That will be 1 squared plus y squared equal to 10. So I solve this, we're going to have a y squared equal to 9. And then we'll take a square root of both sides. I got to remember I need positive negative. So that means we're going to get y equal to positive negative 3. So we'll do the same thing. That will be negative 1 squared plus y squared equals 10. Again, they get exactly the same thing, y equal to positive negative 3. Okay guys, now is the time we're going to write the solution. So our solution set, that will be, so we know when x equals 1, we're going to have a 2 case, right? X equals 1, we're going to have a positive 3. We also have x equals 1, we also get negative 3. That's the 2 solution here. When x equals negative 1, we're going to have 2 solutions as well. We have negative 1, 3. We also have negative 1, positive 3. That are my solutions. There are 4 of them. Let's take a look at the graph and then see, is it there actually 4 intersection? Alright, I just put a graph right there. If you look at this, you can see there are in fact 4 intersection. Okay, so you know probably got it right. Of course, you can check your answer by putting each set inside your system. Let's go ahead and work on example 4. Example 4, solving a nonlinear system by addition method. Before we can use addition method, we have to rewrite equation 1. Okay, we can think about subtract x squared both sides. Then we'll have a plus y and then equals 3. Okay, we just did the subtract x squared both sides. So I'm going to write the second equation right below it. X squared plus y squared equals to 9. Now we're going to use addition method because I know if I add those two together, what happens right here is the negative x squared, they're going to be canceled out. So the only thing left is y squared and plus y equal to 12. We can rewrite this. Y squared plus y minus 12 equals 0. We're just going to factor it. That will be y right here. Then we're going to have a positive 4 and negative 3 because multiply together give you 12, negative 12, add together give you 1. So then we're going to have y equals negative 4 and y equals 3. Now we want to find what is x. You can solve this in either case, okay? So let's solve this in the equation 1. So that will be negative 4 equal to x squared plus 3. You just substitute this in equation 1. Then I know x squared, this side is going to be equal to negative 7. If I'm going to take a square root of both sides, we're going to have positive negative, correct? And then I realize this is the whole thing, that will be x equal to 7i. In this case, I forgot to write it down. We're going to solve this for real numbers. So which means we really don't care about this because we only want a real solution. When y equals 3, we're going to have 3 equal to x squared. And then plus 3, we're going to have x squared equal to 0. Then we're going to have x equals 0. Because we only want a real solution, so I'm going to write my solution, which is our x in this case is 0 and then my y is 3. So that is my only real solution. Here we have the graph on the right hand side. We have a quadratic, which is the first equation. We also have the circle is the second equation. Thank you very much for watching the video. I'll see you guys next time.